Hello, everybody, and welcome to RocketCast. Today, it's just me and Biggie, and we're going to be going over some of the current events in Rocket Bunny, in cryptocurrency in general, and apparently the federal government. Um, so, how you doing?
Welcome. I'm good, dude. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm glad you feel that strongly about it.
Well, usually everybody does.
Yeah, that's true. We're not exactly speaking against the grain there, huh? So we were actually just talking about the new Ethereum update and what that means towards the overall cryptocurrency market and Ethereum itself. Um, and I think we should probably go back over a little bit of it, huh? So take it away.
The old London hard fork.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
one.
I mean, basically what it is, from what I'm reading, is it's a hard fork turning ETH from inflationary to somewhat deflationary. Um, Kind of making gas prices a little more standardized and helping, like with your networks giantly congested and all that, it's not going to like spike the gas to where you're paying your mortgage payment just to make a trade.
Oh, I mean, when when VB dumped his shib, I think I saw $900 gas prices. Everyone dumping out.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say I've even seen it higher than that to do certain things on the blockchain,
Yeah,
like $1,500, yada yada yada.
that's insane.
Absolutely, dude. It's dumb, but I mean that's why BSC did so good.
Well, exactly. So I mean, you've been in it for a while. Let me get your take. Is it did they not think ahead far enough, or do you think it was just kind of oversight the way that it worked?
Dude, I don't know, because I mean they had to have seen it coming, right? Because well, it's their protocols, their coin, but at the same time, it's almost like what's taking them so long to roll out 2.0.
That's true.
When
Yeah.
there's like other protocols coming on with like pretty much everything ETH 2.0 is trying to do already done, just like that.
Right, right. No, so you're kind of thinking, what? Why is the big dog taking so long to kind of change
Yeah,
his game up?
I mean, it could be a security thing. Like that's what a lot of people say, because obviously Ethereum, even given its massive gas fees and everything, it's still like the king as far as how much money's on there. Like just on their blockchain with all their DeFi projects and all
All
that.
that,
So
yeah,
maybe
because you got to add it
you
all
could
together.
easily lose billions and billions of dollars if you mess that up. I guess.
Um.
But that's kind of what I like about crypto. You never know when you're going to get robbed.
So yeah, we're looking at Ethereum today has had a 24-hour trading volume of $25 billion. And then the total market cap is 323 billion. So yeah, you would probably want to make sure that your security is airtight.
Well, it's not even just the market cap of ETH; it's all everything else that's like on the chain,
Right, because
like all
people are
your
all
wrapped Bitcoin, like all the tokens, all the little ERC 20 tokens people have, like Rocket Bunny,
hmm,
all that stuff. But I mean, that's what
and
they say. But I don't know, dude. Maybe they're struggling for funds for good devs or something. I'm not sure. I'm just being honest.
yeah, I mean I don't know I really don't know how much of the take, Ethereum the entity handles.
Yeah, I have no clue how that works either. I know. I'm having a brain fart. What's that dude? He looks like an alien. Has a really strong jaw. Runs Ethereum.
VB
Yeah,
Vitalik.
I know he obviously holds a shit ton of ETH, but
I would hope so.
Um, yeah, I don't know how that works.
No, I don't. Yeah, that's it's all of these every scammer is always looking for an exploit, right? So
Yep.
maybe that has to do with how long it's taken them is they want to make sure the back end's tight and that all of their everything under their umbrella is protected as well. At least from the shit rolling downhill.
100%.
Yeah, so I guess it's already here, so we can't really bitch about how long it took. But
I mean, it's not fully here. This is just
well,
like a hard fork. We still got to roll out like the sharding and stuff. It
so
still has to
how would they go about that?
happen. I'm not a dev, bro.
Well, come on, that's what you're here for.
Because this was a big one, but like, if you go ETH2,
So I was looking at they've already burned 7,864 ETH within. When did this go live? Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, so 3 days they've killed almost 8,000 ETH. That's And we were looking up
it's
earlier.
about
There's
22 million.
That's quite a bit of money to send off into the void, huh?
Of course,
But
yeah, because
so,
you still have the merge for mainnet to merge with beacon chain.
right,
Then you have shard chains,
okay.
which will like expand the like how many transactions ETH can do and store data.
So they're gonna kind of split it up and mirror it, or not mirror it, but yeah, shard it, so that they're not working off the same network all at the same time. They can kind of split it up and divide
Kinda,
the
yeah,
load. Yeah, a
yeah.
little bit,
Uh huh.
huh? No, that's. I mean, it's been a long time coming. Um,
I think that's where like anyone can run a node and that kind of
one
thing.
and what I gather, your this burn is actually coming out of funds that the miners would receive. Yes.
Uh, that's a good question.
So yeah, I'm kind of a little unclear as to how it gets divvied up.
Well, I know miners aren't collecting fees, so that would have to be.
It'd have to be a chunk of it, right?
Yeah, Ethereum burns 36% of new coin issuance.
Well, it seems to be having an effect on the price. We're kind of dipping right around 3,000 for the first time in a couple of months. So it's I don't know.
Well, it's kind of crossed. It's kind of just crossed a like a little resistance point because you see, like, if you zoom out a little bit, where it started to fall from $4,400. It fell, basically bounced off like 17, like 40 ish, came back up, kissed 29 something, and then back down, back to 29, and then it went back down and bounced off that bottom two more times, and now we're up. So if we can get like a 12-hour or a daily close above that level, I think
Yeah.
it'll be good.
No, I'm looking. It bounced off the exact same bottom two times. Once late June, once kind of mid July, and
Yeah,
then
those were great opportunities if you're trading on margin.
yeah, I'm sure they were. Let's see. Let's go. All right. Well, I think we've stumbled through the the 1559 a little bit too much.
Well, to be honest with you, I read it like 2 weeks ago, but I like only skimmed it. I was like, wow, that seems really cool. Can't wait. And then I didn't really
Well, so
digest
yeah, and kind of when it's just me and Biggie on here, we've kind of reworked the show a little bit, and we're kind of gonna take more of an educational standpoint. And what better way to learn than to learn right alongside with us?
it. Yeah, it's the best, you know.
You know, we can stumble and Google things, and you can learn through your earbuds. And
What's that saying? You never really learn something until you teach it.
right. So we're doing like real time learning and teaching. What does
It's
that
just
give us?
it's the better way to learn. If you can learn
Does
and teach at the same time, you're just accelerating the process.
I just wish I had frictionless yield on my knowledge base.
Dude, that'd be legit.
Right?
We should get Sai to code up that contract.
Yeah, we'll code up an AI, and then everything that it learns, we get money off of somehow.
Maybe it's like some kind of like blockchain based, like I don't know, some sort of web browser, and it just slowly starts like yielding you ETH when you're on like educational websites.
Oh, so kind of like Brave, but only for nerdos.
Sure.
Because I get a not to shill BAT, but I have oh shit, I have 114 of those bad boys just for viewing some ads. Make sure you send all your donation BAT to the Rocket Bunny marketing wallet, which can be found over on the Telegram. I actually brought
It could be found in the description of this video.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna sit here and read off wallet addresses for the next 15 minutes. No, I actually tried to get Cy to jump on that. He wasn't so sold, but get everyone to switch over to Brave. Get everyone to get their showed ads, pumped up to every 1 minute or 5 minutes or whatever the hell the max is, and then everybody donates their BAT. We sell it all off, and I don't know, pay some shills or buy a yacht. I don't know. I don't know how it all gets divvied out, but it would be a good way of donation without any actual. I mean, you have to stare at a couple of ads, but all right. Well, Biggie, I am interested to hear your take on all these congressional shenanigans.
It's just the government trying to rob you of your shekels, man.
Well, I know, but I know you read the bill. You need to be a little more specific than that, since we're on,
Oh,
recorded airtime.
it's pretty much just a bunch of old people that don't know what they're talking about, as always.
Okay.
And they want to fund an absolute stupid infrastructure bill, and a fraction of that funding they think is going to come from taxing crypto, which is already is taxed. But the way they're like trying to like define a broker, and the way to define it is like setting miners up to be brokers.
Right.
And it's
Anyone on
pretty much unfollowable, right? Like a dex would need to have like people's addresses and names and all that stuff, and a miner would have to have
which
that from everybody, and
which
it's pretty
defeats
much yeah,
defeats the entire purpose of a DEX.
100%. It defeats so much because it's like it's kind of like the thievery that conspiracy laws are, dude. It pretty much is just the way it's worded. It's just like, oh, so the government can just come and mess with anybody they want if they can find out who they are.
Oh yeah, you just have to pop your head up long enough.
Yeah, and they're gonna come get you.
And well, and have enough of that sweet cash flowing through you.
Yeah, well, and it's pretty much like it's kind of like a slap in the face, right? Like, oh, we don't trust that people are actually paying their taxes on their money or stuff like that, dude. Not only that, but they printed money through all of 2020, and they're
Right.
just
No.
could be just trying to protect their ass because
The
the government loses control over the funds. They're going to lose control over everything.
So I have that figure as of about 3 days ago. If you had a dollar on January 1st of 2020, which is right around I think that's right around when they started poking at the national deficit and all of that, looking at for funds. And um, if you had a dollar on January 1st, so what, 18 months ago, right now it's worth 82 cents. So you had in 18 months, you had a 1% per month inflation rate.
Dude,
And
you're down 18% on your money.
on all of your money,
Ugh.
all of your money on your house, on everything, on your groceries. I mean, I went and got groceries today, and I didn't buy more than the normal, supply run, and I think I paid $70 more than I normally did. You know,
Yo.
and
And if you would have just dumped your bank account into Rocket Money on
I
the
mean,
seventh of
I kind of did.
February 21st, the 7th of February in 21,
Yeah.
you'd be up. You would have more than made your money back because you'd still be up. What was that, 1,100%?
Ooh, that's nice.
We're at the bottom of that
Yeah,
winter dip.
we're on our way. We're on our way back up as we speak. But yeah, it's been down. I don't know, 8, 9 times from the top.
I mean, in reality, depending upon when you bought within that first hour, it could be up way more.
It could be up quite a bit more.
So hedge yourself against the government. Buy Rocket Money.
I think we just found a new slogan, huh?
Yup, the ultimate hedge against government.
But then again, wouldn't that be sticking our head up? And we already got a crypto trillionaire in our midst. We've already got we've got quite a few notable people hanging around us. Are we exposing ourselves a bit too much? Is Elizabeth Warren going to come after my ass?
Dude, you might be worried, but been there, done that. We're good.
We're good because we're decentralized, right?
Yeah, it's decentralized, dude.
There is no leadership. No, I'm.
No, just a community of good fellows just trying to make
So,
amazing things happen.
so tell me a little bit more about how they're trying to fuck me.
Um, they're just trying to make it so like nobody can operate, and like anybody would be pretty much just waiting for a letter in the mail or someone to show or an IRS agent to show up on their doorstep wanting their money. So pretty much like you have like a regular exchange, right? Like a stock exchange or like a regular crypto exchange. If you operate in the U.S., you have to, this is the reason why you have to KYC, right? You have to send in
Right.
your driver's license and yada yada yada, and then all
Take
your
a
all your
selfie.
stuff, yeah, all your stuff is like forwarded to the IRS, and then like Coinbase will send you a 1099 in the mail, and all these, all this legal stuff or all this like paper stuff or paperwork you would have to do to operate, and it's kind of impossible to do on a DEX or if you were a minor, right?
Right. No, because how would you, specifically on a Dex, how would you determine who these people are, what their address are, what their socials are, where where to send these 1099s? It would essentially destroy the idea behind it.
Uh, it would set it back, but it would just it's the kind of legislation that America's famous for. So it would just push the cryptocurrency market overseas, like more
Well,
of it overseas than it already is. Like nobody's going to want to be in the United States and try to do something with cryptocurrency if this is what they have to do.
Well, that's I mean
Like
the same thing.
it comes after developers, dude. It comes after everybody.
The same thing happened, to Binance. Now that's why Binance.us exists. And I was I was reading back around the time that they switched over, and they gave everybody 45 days, 40 days, something like that, to claim their funds,
Uh-huh.
and otherwise they would just be burned. They would be, or either that or Binance is kind of
Is that
scooping
really
them
what
up
happened?
themselves.
I don't think that's what
Yeah.
happened. No, no, that can't be actually what happened because my boy had a bunch of what was it called back then? It's Av now, but it was called something else. Sitting on an old Binance, like the old Binance account, not Binance US,
Yeah.
and he was still able to get it off. Like not that long ago.
Well, there you go. So here, this is from September 2019. Um,
There's no way they would just burn it, dude, because like you know how many people probably weren't paying attention when that happened because it was
well,
winter time.
you can still get access to it. However, you would have to use a VPN. You cannot be connected. This is I'm reading it right now from the time when they switched over. They locked out all US IPs from accessing the site. I've tried it myself. I occasionally type in Binance.com. That's actually where I fiat out from. But I've typed out, and you get into you get into your account. You get all the way to make a trade or buy sell, and it says your IP has been region locked. Please go to Binance.us. And then you have to go over there and you start an entirely different account. So in order to for these people to access the funds that may have been locked in from 3-4 years ago when they were following the market or whatever, they'd actually have to break the terms of service of Binance. And from what I gather, Binance has been over the last couple, they've been doing these sweeps determining, I don't know how the hell they do this, but determining if you are actually accessing from um, a VPN. So I guess maybe if your access points bounce around or something, but
Well, even if you were accessing from a VPN, it doesn't mean you're not. It doesn't mean you're on U.S. soil.
right. No, I know that, but it's they made it very difficult at the time to switch over. They did end up taking people's funds because I'm reading the comments down below on this, and yeah, people got locked out. I don't know if they ever got them back, but they got locked out.
It's
Um,
dirty.
and then I'm looking at note, if you are a resident of Alabama, Alaska, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Louisiana, New York, North Carolina, Texas, Vermont, or Washington, you will not be able to use a Binance.us account as of publication date of this post. So you got 12 states that just completely block you out, and all of those funds that you had, accrued, I don't know, over when did Binance launch as a CEX?
Long time ago.
Well, so you could have accrued, you could have been made some serious gains, and they are, because they're centralized and because they got this government pressure, they're forced to do things against the users, against the customer base.
Of course, it's regulation. Regulation always hurts the little man, brother.
Mm-hmm.
All it
But
does is it keeps yesterday's winners on top.
no, realistically, it could be hurting the big man. Although they've got,
I
they've
doubt
got
it.
money to pay people to get around it, right?
Of course.
Or they just send someone to Panama and have them trade their crypto from there.
Exactly. Or they just go themselves. Why should they stay?
That's true. Um, I'm not really one to talk because I've already made that pilgrimage, So I already turned tail and run. It drug me back, But
The cool thing is though is like all these people got together, like some big money came in for some lobbyists, and they're going pretty hard against it. There's some senators, I forget which ones.
and that was something big that changed, specifically because of this. Is from what I gather, the crypto community was always entirely against lobbyists.
Well, but you kind of have to now, right? Because the government's coming after you.
Right. So they had to kind of change their tactics on the fly, find some people that would go put in a good word for them, and I mean, sell out just a little bit more every time. And it's not what the people want. It's not what the users want. It's definitely not what the whales want. But it's being forced no matter what.
Yeah, I think somebody wrote a letter. Square, Coinbase, some rich dude's capital fund. Yeah, Square, Coinbase, Rabbit Capital, and Coin Center. They all sent a letter to him, like opposing the bill, and then you got Ron Wyden and Pat Toomey also against it, and they are senators. So I mean, thank goodness there isn't no resistance, right?
And if this wouldn't be such a slap in the face if they just came out straight with it and said, "Oh, this is the cryptocurrency taxation reform bill." But no, they have to bury this in an infrastructure project, and of course, anyone that goes against it is, "Oh, what? You don't drive on the public roads? Oh, what? You don't like the bridges? Are you
Don't
anti-bridge?"
don't get me
And
started about roads.
oh, I know, but it's this way they have of taking someone who seems to be speaking from common sense, from real life experience, real world experience. I guarantee. I mean, I haven't been in this game very long, but I guarantee I know 10 times more than any of those assholes sitting in one of those seats
Oh yeah.
because I actually apply myself to it. I attempt to learn everything that I can, and so you have these people that are speaking from real world experience and from expertise, and they're going to be labeled anti infrastructure. It's another way of of demonizing these people and making their message that much smaller. As far as I was actually just having this conversation earlier where somebody asked me, do you think crypto is going to become the future currency? Will it rival these government backed coins? And I don't see that without serious tampering, without interference. I don't see a way in which it wouldn't. That there's it like you've said before, it allows someone who doesn't have access to the normal financial tools, who doesn't have enough to get a portfolio started with a broker, because the broker, oh, you're chicken shit, they're not going to take you. Crypto, I've seen people get started, with $80, with $40. I had a friend that was overseas, and he's from a country with not the best economy, um, and he got started with what equated to $11 American. And he ended up in this last bull run. He ended up setting himself up for the next 2 or 3 years, him and his family. So it's things like that where yes, there is risk. Yes, there is scam artists out there. Yes, there are people who will take advantage of what is in place currently. But there's also people that are trying to build. They're trying to build the future. They're trying to build some semblance of a stable platform that obviously the world governments don't give a shit about. That would allow, for lack of a better term, equality in the financial market, which is something that has never existed before.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you even have more equality in the crypto market as is, because if you want to go day trade stocks or something, you have to have 25 grand in your account if you want to day trade. And a lot of the super good trades aren't even open to retail investors, you know?
Well, and that again, well, just speaking from the country my buddy is from, that is close to 18 months of wage. If you're making $25,000 in a year and a half, you're doing okay. And that it's an unattainable goal for what, 90% of the population of the earth,
Yeah.
if not more. It's so putting the, those gates in place. They know what they're doing, and they know why they're doing it, because who in the hell would want to manage the account of someone who's trading with $1,100?
Of course.
So and that's another plus for DeFi, another plus for, you can trade on your own. And I've said this before. I trade. I make all my trades based on info gathered and then gut reaction. Gut reaction is always my second. And even if I do poorly, even if I don't come out ahead or end up losing most of my investment, it's still on me. And because it was my decision, because it was my gut reaction, I can sleep at night. It makes it easier to internalize what has been done. And again, that's just on losses. On pluses, it's a point of pride. I know you have pride about how you've done. It's you don't ever shut up about it. But no,
Hey, dude. Flex it if you got it. Am I right, bruh?
well, that seems to be the way of the world, and that's what Congress is doing to you. They're flexing on you.
They're trying to, man. They've been doing that for years.
But they got them noodly arms. Although
Dude, it's
I
also
am
kind of
worried about
bullish, right?
it is, isn't it?
Because it's like, oh, they're really trying to,
They
to
are
fuck.
really trying to fuck me. I must be hot shit.
Yeah, they're really trying to fuck crypto over right now, which just makes it even better.
Which, again, going back, it hasn't even been 8 months. It's not even been a year since they said, "Oh, they're going to leave DeFi alone."
Oh, that's right.
They straight up said, "We are going to leave decentralized finance alone because it doesn't seem to violate any security or any laws." And now they're going about creating what would essentially be millions and millions of criminals, and they're jumping the gun. They haven't done the research. It is pretty bullish.
Hey, dude, look, honestly, I'm not surprised,
From this point forward, I'm gonna take a little bit of extra pride in each trade that I make. You know, stepping that much closer to Shit, can I say revolution?
Stepping that much closer to ending the Fed.
I thought silver was going to end the Fed.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Actually, before I got into the crypto thing, I thought about going into silver because oh yeah, it's gonna double in price.
Were you gonna be like one of those dudes that like went out and bought like coins and bars and stuff?
Yeah, I wanted to take physical. But again, this is all off of a friend's master plan, and I was like, well, so if I buy silver at $30 and it goes to 12, in a month, it'll be his fault, and I don't want that. So here's what I'm going to do: I'm going to dump a bunch of money into the first shit coin that I see and see how it does. no, I'm a big fan of autonomy, personal responsibility,
And you
and,
should be,
and
man. That way nobody's
well,
selling your information to marketing agencies.
but it's this is again, if you don't have 25 grand to day trade, this is a way to get in and take responsibility because again, I'm the one making the trades, I'm the one clicking all the buttons, I'm the one setting my gas fees, I'm the one managing my profit and losses. It's all on me.
Well, and the
And
cool thing is even if you didn't want to do that, like there are decentralized hedge funds out there that people have, and you can just buy in. Like they have their trade history posted. You can see everything they do, and you can look at it and be like, "This guy's great. I'm going to put my money with him." You put your money with him, you get like tokens back that you can trade for your thing back, and you don't have to be some family sitting on $500 million to invest in one of these like hedge funds that do good. You literally crypto. You can take everything that's out there in the financial world and make it open to everybody. Like coin pre-sales. It's kind of like when a company has an IPO and all these rich dudes throw in and they raise money. You can be a part of that group now.
right, and you could a lot of times you kind of luck into it, but if you do your research, you know what's coming.
Yeah.
And again, you're not going to be sitting there staring at the Uniswap new listing pairs, but you because that's a bad idea. But if you do your research and you kind of get a gauge of the hype of the buzz around certain projects, if you hear about a new coin launch and you go visit their Telegram group and it's got 7,000 members in it already, that's a pretty granted bots are a thing, but it's a good indicator that you might be onto something. And even if you only take a 20% profit on it and you paper hand the hell out of it, you're still above inflation.
Well, dude, not even that, dude. 20% is huge. Like if you go to the stock market, dude, and you make like 20% a day, you're king shit.
Well, see, I was raised on the eights.
A lot of people are, man, and it kind of messes with their perception of reality sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I live that, but it's no, it was interesting to see, especially around all the Dogecoin hype and all of that. It was interesting to see how a lot of these new onboarders, you know, there was pushback. There was pushback from the OGs and from the the community in general against the what are they called, the Moon Boys, the Eight Boys, and there was pushback. But as so often happens with with communities, they found ways that those guys could be useful. They found their niches, and I'm sure a lot of them have chalked crypto up to a scam. God, how many times I tell people, oh yeah, I'm in this new cryptocurrency project. Oh, you mean that scam stuff? It, it's like, but yeah, I think a good chunk of those guys have guys and girls. I'll be inclusive here. Um, a lot of them have probably faded away or took their profit or their loss and disappeared off to their own little lives, but a lot have stayed. I mean, you just kind of look at the population across the board, and it's exploded. You know, it's not it's not uncommon to see a Telegram group, or a Reddit community, or even a Twitter group, but to see them at over 100,000 members, which again, bots exist, but you have to take that law of large numbers stuff and extrapolate it out. There's a lot of interested parties, and that the biggest, from what I gather, the biggest problem that crypto in general faced was adoption. People actually believing that it is something that could do things in the future, and I think we're starting to find that. Obviously, if Congress is taking a look at it.
Dude, it's opening up big. I had one of my old customers from back in the day. I still keep in touch with. He he calls me up, and he's an older guy, probably 60s, maybe 70s. He's reading the writing on the wall, dude. And he wants to get in on some crypto. He's like, dude, I'm yanking like my 401k and going straight in.
Well, and as far as population growth, I've this past weekend I was out with some family, and we invited the neighbors over, and we had some drinks, and I think there was probably 20-25 people in the room, and the topic of crypto was brought up, and 8 of them were already in it.
Nice.
So, general sampling of the population, granted, very small sample, but it's it's getting there.
Yeah, it's way
Because
different
three
from
because
2017.
3 years ago, it would have been two weirdos talking in the corner. It wouldn't, well, that, and it probably wouldn't have even been brought up in conversation. So it's that adoption is coming through. We just have to kind of weather whatever storm the powers that be, the ones that are trying to hold us back, keep us down. Whatever cockamamie bullshit they can come up with, we just got to ride it out, figure out the workarounds that always come about, and what was it? TikTok was planning on banning crypto shills, and they gave a 5-day deadline. Anyone who talks about crypto is going to be banned from the platform, and um, I think on day 3, all of the big guys already had their workaround ready to go. 2 days before the ban took into effect, people are ingenious.
What were
People,
they? How are they working around that?
what was it? You wouldn't have you wouldn't have anything in the tags. You wouldn't have anything in the title, and you wouldn't have anything in like the description specifically mentioning any cryptocurrency. You could say the word cryptocurrency, but we're not China yet. But you could say it, but you couldn't type down the name of the project that you were shilling. That was the workaround. That was all it took, was changing the wording on the front face, the public, the forward facing, because obviously whoever they have moderating all this stuff, they're not watching every single video. They're not watching for content. They're checking titles and scrolling through. They're doing individual searches on description link or description verbiage. They're not checking everything. So something as simple as removing what you're shilling from the description is the workaround. And I'm sure TikTok worked. They had a board or a group of people working on all, making sure it was just as airtight. It didn't take much. So I don't know. It's people are they're always going to identify a problem and find a solution. And obviously, we're not saying dodge your taxes because you should pay your taxes. Somebody's got to pay their goddamn fair share. You should pay your taxes on your gains. We'll just come out and say it, but
It's the law, and if you want to stay, keep yourself from being kidnapped by your government, you should pay your taxes.
yeah, because they're not very nice about it. They don't care how many dozens of Ethereum you have. They're gonna, unless you hit that point where you go off to Club Fed. But that's not me, and that's not you, and I'm guessing it's not the listener.
Well, I mean, if you don't pay your taxes, you would be going to Club Fed as a federal crime.
No, not. I mean, your white collar playing racquetball 3 times a day type club.
Oh, they got rid of those, dude.
Did they?
They did. There's like one spot left, but it's like still shit.
There's a wait list.
It's still shit. They got rid of those, man, because they kind of did away with those people actually getting in trouble. So
so they don't even charge them anymore. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Or like they'll just be like, "Oh, you get house arrest,"
Oh God, house arrest. But come on, Biggie. You know that house arrest in 8,500 square feet might as well be prison.
You're not wrong. There's not a whole lot of things you can do in your 8,500 square foot house.
I can only fly my private plane once a week. Are you kidding me? This is bullshit.
It's a big Debbie Downer.
Tired of being stepped on by the man.
It's a big Debbie
Downer. I didn't even know they got rid of the Club Fed.
It's been gone for a long time. I guess great things about journalism and the internet. Once people find out about those things, they make a big enough of a stink, so they get rid of them.
Well, but what happens when certain unnamed search engine companies go through and wipe their entire history? Or, mess with the algorithm so that kind of stuff doesn't show up.
See, now that's another conversation.
It is an entirely different conversation.
That's a tip for the entire rabbit hole.
That's for our different podcast, Libertarian Voice.
Libertarian Voice. I like that one.
We'll have to get started on that next.
Yeah, dude. I could write a catchy little tune for the intro.
I'm going to need a little bit more whiskey. Let's get raw with it. But I don't know. So I like to. We should probably finish this out with a little bit of Rocket Bunny shilling, as is customary. But what do you what's the scoop? I mean, I know we're both kind of on the inside, but there's
what can we share and not get in trouble?
I'm not afraid to sigh. Go ahead. No, I'm honestly, there is so much going on that I have trouble kind of keeping my head.
I'm not saying I'm afraid. I'm not saying I'm afraid, but I always seem to be the one to missay things.
Yeah.
The DUI.
Yeah, there's been a couple of those, huh?
Yeah.
A couple of those slips. No,
It's been a new UI. You know, people, we kind of already talked about that last one where Sai was here.
yeah,
The
we did.
external,
Yeah, but
the
we're
div
getting
things, but
we're getting lots more little sneak peeks of it. That I have to touch on that vault little animation. It's amazing. Have you seen it?
no.
Here, let's see if I can find it.
The show me the bunny thing.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, that thing is sick, dude. That's gonna be
isn't
so
that
sick.
cool?
That's gonna be so sick when that rolls out, dude.
And it's without giving too much away. You know, a couple of different projects have tried similar things, but nothing on this scale.
Nah, and not even like this this involved with like the community.
Right? No, it's definitely. I mean, it's insanely interactive, and it's going to be interactive with people that aren't even in the community.
Yeah,
They will
no,
have
it's gonna be so sick.
they have a chance to kind of onboard themselves with nothing but minimal, you know, minimal interaction.
Yup.
And the way he's kind of got this set up is well,
I know. The dude
there's
says
there's the mind.
he says he hates that one thing, but then he goes and does a really good job at it.
The marketing thing.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say it's the mind of a marketing genius
You know.
because it's you take. Oh, God, we can't really give much away, but
But it's just been like it's
coming
kind of
so
cool.
soon though. It's coming so soon though.
You know, this whole market correction, downturn, sideways action was a real blessing in disguise because it gave us all kind of time to
Regroup.
put something like this together.
Well, and that
And we're
was
almost
it
releasing,
you?
dude. We're almost releasing at the perfect time.
Oh, and
Like
it's all coming together at the single pinpoint, and it's all gonna
dude,
be oh God, my
markets
rocket
markets coming
guys,
back. We're gonna have
guys,
all these
not
rollouts.
not financial advice, but buy some damn Rocket Buddy, please. And you know, and for the first time, I think in the history of this podcast, buy Pocket Bomb as well. I, I think I've had a total of about 20, 30 hours of recorded, you know, my nasally ass drone. And I don't think I've ever said the words buy some Pocket Bomb before.
Are we
But
even legally allowed to say the word pocket bomb?
I said not financial advice. I'm covered.
So I mean, you're telling people to buy pocket bomb. You know, next thing you know, ATF's showing up at your door.
Well, that would be for a different reason. That would be for a different reason. ATF, yeah. FBI, maybe.
what's pocket bomb's current market cap?
Well, it's last time I checked, it was about a third of Bunny, so next to nothing. No, I think it's about 3 million, which is as for for a low fee buy-in that allows you to stake for two different tokens, one of which has actually been doing very, very well.
Which one?
What is it? It's the Shield.
Oh
The
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
yeah, the rework of Shield because Psy went. They had a problem with their contracts. Psy went in using the Rocket Bunny suite of
You know,
products.
dude, I'm so sick of that shit. Just other
You,
projects taking our devs' time.
I kind of I keep him focused. He only gets to use his it's like free time, like play hour in kindergarten, where you
Okay,
get free choice. I think. Yeah, he gets to use his free choice, and he chooses to code other projects.
of course he
Um,
does.
but yeah, no, Shield has actually been doing very well, and with Pocket Bomb, you can stake for Shield, and God, those APYs are pretty nice because there's not that many people in Pocket Bomb, but I
Bunny's
mean,
just easy to sell, right? Because
it is.
we
It's
got the
keeping it.
staking for other tokens. We're gonna have
it's cuter
Probably.
and it's more meme worthy. That's for sure. But I hold both. I don't. I'm pretty heavy in bunny, but I definitely I I made some B&B ape or some BSC apes to specifically buy in higher in Pocket Bomb.
I got my boss to go in deep on Pocket Bomb.
Did you?
Of course.
Well, there you go. Um, no, and well, and as we go along, as we get the bridge out, as we start branching out, we're gonna sit here and we'll probably be talking about, I don't know, what's the we've got 8 different networks we're gonna be launching on.
Yeah. Dude, I can't
No,
remember. I should have all this pulled up. We gotta be better prepared for these little
I think,
fireside
well,
chats.
no, I kind of like that we aren't, but that's just because I'm lazy.
I know, dude. You're always like, let's do this, and then just nothing.
Kiss my ass.
No
You've
problem.
good.
Send the address.
You already have it.
I don't know you like that, dude.
That's not what you said with your tongue in my booty hole. So, if you've noticed, we're a little bit more lax with our the words that come out of our mouth. Cy kind of took the leash off a little bit. He said we could actually speak our mind within reason.
Yeah, until he hears the part about me tongue punching your fart box.
God, that's my favorite. Yeah, no, you don't want to go all the way into my mind because it's a deep, dark pit of despair.
But anyway, we got a bunch of cool shit coming out for Rocket.
Oh God, so much cool.
It seems like we've timed it perfectly with the markets, as we always do. And
yeah,
shit's just gonna be beautiful, man.
I think so too.
So we're gonna get all that sweet volume from all those other shitty exchanges.
Yeah, no, that volume is gonna keep. Well, and
all that sweet.
Wait.
Sweet yield.
Did Cy say we could talk about the?
No, that's still
no.
They're not ready, dude. Dude, they're not ready yet.
But just a little bit.
No, I don't know. No, dude. Well, they could probably already tell that there's something else. There's like 2 more things.
Well, I'm not talking about the other one. No, I want to talk about how he kind of brought all of the
things into the thing.
All of the functions that you would conceive using Pocket Swap for. It's kind of been automated, guys. It's all single click kind of shit. It's really dummied it down, and I for one am very grateful for that because I'm still learning. I still make mistakes, and the easier it is to onboard dumbos like me, complete morons like me, the better we're all going to be. And it goes back to bringing the Moon Boys, bringing the freshies, the rookies in, and instead of pushing them away, teaching them, learning them something is going to be very important. This will make it that much easier.
No shit, dude.
See,
yeah, I'm about to empty my bank account, Pocket Bomb.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, my bags would be very grateful for that, sir.
It's
please buy my bags, sir.
It's 3.2 market cap right now.
3. Okay, so I think I said 3. No, that's at a bargain. I'd like to see where that stands. I don't know, maybe in September, October.
It's going to be a good Christmas. That's for damn sure.
It better be. But all right. Well, enough about tongue punching fart boxes. Let's. I think it's time to kind of wrap this up. We will be making a very serious effort about getting these out more regularly. I want to. I want to release them if Biggie will have me weekly,
Oh, I'll
and
have
then
you.
I know you'll have me, but and then kind of every 2 weeks we'll bring either Cy in to give us some more goodies and let us know what we can and can't talk about because it's a major source of stress for me. Um, or we'll be bringing in some of our partners. I we did do one with Pablo from MMA Coin, and I think we'll be able to bring in some of the kind of the project leads from prospective new partners. And yeah, I mean, even if you guys like it, I'd like to start bringing in some of the team.
Dude,
You
I
know,
think that'd be great to bring in the team, dude.
I think it would because there's some. I've dealt with quite a few project teams, and I can say with a certainty that we are I'd say in the top 5% as far as just sheer raw intelligence. There's a lot of people that are a lot of bluster. There's a lot of people that are a lot of talk. But as far as you know,
No, I know what you mean, dude.
what
I've
what,
been in
what
a
are you
couple
talking about?
Telegram chats.
That's something. That's spark. And I think some of the diehard community members obviously already know this. That's why they keep hanging around. But it's there's a lot of goddamn potential here, and every time I think oh this is let's work on this great idea, somebody comes out with another one. So
The cool
we've
thing
got
is they actually get worked on.
that too. They're actually getting done. That too. But all right, well, I think we're going to sign off here. Thank you for joining us here on RocketCast, and you guys have a fine week. Hopefully, it's green dildos all the way up.